Welcome everyone, this is Megan Hagedorn from the Marks Group Live. Excited to be here today teaching creating custom views in Zoho CRM to you. So after this training is over, please feel free to email us at support@marksgrouplive.com for any questions on this subject. Please also be sure to rate this class as well. It's going to help out your fellow Zoho users as well as help us to improve the video library. So here are some of the main points we'll be discussing today. First, custom views can be shared with just a few users, they can be shared with all users, or they can just be private, so only you can see those custom views. So you can also select fields and set filters, both of which can be changed on the fly after you create the custom view, which can be very helpful for tweaking that view to be whatever you need it to be, and we'll go over that more in just a minute. And finally, you can create views to view records matching specific criteria. So that's just kind of what views are particularly helpful for. So we're going to talk about all of those things today. So here's our Zoho home page. I'm just going to resize my window a hair. All right. And I'm going to go over to the accounts module first. If you're wondering where the filters are, you can actually pull them out with this little gray rectangular drawer on the left. But to create a new view, we're going to go ahead and click on the view selector, the view drop-down right here. And we're going to go ahead and create a new view. You may have noticed there was already a My Accounts view. We're going to go ahead and just call this My Accounts in Tri-State area. And because we have that little caveat in there, we're going to search for the state, and we're going to go with the billing state. And we're going to go ahead and say, I want the billing state to be PA, billing state is NJ, state is NY. I think that's the tri-state area, right? Delaware is not in that? Okay. And you might notice also I am changing the criteria statement from an and to an or. So I just want this to be, I want the billing state for any accounts I want to include to be either Pennsylvania or New Jersey or New York. So we can specify this criteria right in the view, and this is a little bit different than specifying a filter. Filters are something that you can save and attach to a specific view or change really easily on the fly. So you could just have My Accounts and set up a filter for the billing state just like this. This is if you want that filter to kind of always be applied, at a base level. So that's the criteria section up here. Then we get to choose the columns or the fields that we include in this view. So I want to include the account number, let's say, annual revenue, billing state, and I think that will be fine for now. But any fields that are included in the account module, which is the module that we're in currently, will be available as a column for selection here. We can also rearrange these. So I'm going to move billing state up here, account number next to account name, and that looks fine. And then finally we specify who we want to share this view with. We can say only me, everyone, or selected users. And this brings me to another little tip. We said My Accounts in the tri-state area. Now you could just, we actually need to add something regardless. So to really set that up so it's only showing your accounts, I'm going to type in owner here. And we can say that we only want to apply this to a private view, so that so you can say account owner is whoever you're logged in as, so you're your specific user, or you can just say the logged in user. And that way, if Joe Schmo logs in and looks at this view, they're not going to be seeing your accounts, and you happen to share this with them. They're not going to be seeing your accounts, they're going to be seeing their own accounts. So this My Accounts little title can apply to everybody if you decide to share this view with everyone. And we're going to make sure that our criteria pattern is correct. And I think that looks good. I'm just going to add another, this might be excessive, but add another set of parentheses here. Okay. All right. And that's just saying I want the billing state to either be Pennsylvania, New Jersey, or New York, and all of those must be owned by the logged in user. So we've got 5 total accounts that apply to this, this view that we just created. And again, we just shared this view with everyone. So this is going to display in the Created by Me section for you, but it will also appear under the Public Views section for others when they log in here. All right. So to summarize what we just reviewed today, custom views can be created as a private view, they can be shared with just a few users, or they can be available to everybody. And if you set up a view with kind of my record, my deal, my account, my contacts, etc., it's easy to set up criteria to kind of just filter out only records owned by the logged in user. We can select fields and set filters or criteria, which is basically a filter, but it's applied at a very base level, so you're not really changing it on the fly. But the fields and the filters can both be changed on the fly by adjusting the view itself. And if you need more information on that, you can check out our kind of navigating views video. And finally, we create views to view records matching specific criteria. So if you're always looking for accounts in the tri-state area that you own, I would suggest setting up a view for that, so that way you just need to click in one spot. You don't need to apply an additional filter on top of an existing view, and it's contextually always updated. All right, so I hope you've enjoyed this class today. Please check out our video library for other tips. We do have more tips on views itself, so check those out. And if you have any suggestions for other classes or how to adjust this class topic, please email us at support@marksgrouplive.com. You can also email us for questions about this video or any other questions you might have about Zoho at support@marksgrouplive.com as well. Thanks.